So in addition to doing orientation for week 1, we are also going to complete lesson 1, which is the first couple chapters in the book. And so you're going to read through chapter 1 and 2, and then you're going to take a look at the key concepts, and they are short. Okay, so the chapter 1 concepts, this is very brief. So this is just the key concepts that you should have picked up kind of looking through that chapter. I think they're pretty self-explanatory and it's short. And that brings me to the chapter 2 key concepts. These are a little lengthier because it does go through some syntax. And we get into some JavaScript statements. And you'll notice that as we're going through this material, I do have links to other sites. So this is a list of reserved words. And then we cover, how to declare variables. I've got some live examples from the book that you can take a look at. And then I have a link to an interactive site at W3 Schools where you can practice. So this is set up an awful lot like the 180 class. So you can kind of go through here. And then this last little section are interactive examples. And I do think that it is beneficial to go to these W3 school sites and really kind of work through this material. It's short, but I think it will really prepare you well for what we're going to be doing in upcoming weeks. Okay, so I would definitely do the where to and then all of the try it yourself exercises, kind of read through statements and keywords and variables just to get another viewpoint and another way of explaining the material, because I think it will help you understand it. And then that brings me to the programming assignment. So the programming assignment really does not involve JavaScript yet. You are going to be creating an assignment page for this class, and it's going to be similar to what you did in the 180 class. And I always have people ask, can I use my 180 assignment page and make changes to it for this class, customize it? Of course. Anytime you have code that you like, if you want to copy and paste code that you like, that's perfectly fine. But I do expect this to say, CIT190 JavaScript assignments, and I expect it to match up with this course. Okay, so one difference, and I'm going to give you guys the option on this because how I envision this is that you would name this page index.html instead of assignments. But some students don't like that because when you have index, you don't get to see anything that's in your folder. It takes you right to the index page. And if you want to be able to see all of your folders, it is okay with me if you name it assignments. Okay, so I'm going to leave that up to you. So you're going to have this assignments page, which you are either going to call assignments or index. And then you're going to need that external CSS file. And you'll have to have a background graphic. Okay, and like I said, if you guys want to reuse anything from your 180 class, that is perfectly fine. Just make sure that all of the text and that you've customized it for the 190 class. Okay, and so this is just a CSS example. As you can see, I don't have the codes in here because you guys are picking what you want. Okay, but I do expect you guys to have an external CSS file. I expect your links to be styled. I expect the headers to be styled. So make sure you have all the styling in there. If I was doing this, I would probably use my 180 page as kind of a basis for this and tweak it and make changes to it. So here isn't just an example of what that could look like. And then you're going to want to transfer your files to the web. Okay, and this procedure is the exact same that we used in the 180 class. And then you can use the validator. Just be aware that, if you're getting into some more advanced features like nesting, nesting different selectors and elements, sometimes the validator will say that it's wrong when it is actually right. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you use the validator, what I want you guys to look for is typos and spelling errors. Okay, and then how you're going to be graded is summarized down here at the bottom. Okay, and again, it's fine if you want to call it assignments.html instead of index. Okay, like I said, totally up to you. Okay, so that is the assignment. Once you get that all transferred, you're going to come into the Dropbox and you are going to submit done. And that way I will know that the assignment is complete and ready for grading. So depending on what you do for that assignment, you may find that you have some extra free time. And so there is an extra credit opportunity this week. If you feel like you need a little more practice on responsive websites, I have a folder that you can download and a little extra credit opportunity. So this is kind of similar to one of the last assignments that we had. So if you download this, this is similar to one of the last assignments that we had in the 180 class. So I am basically giving you some files that don't have any responsive formatting in them. And then you guys are going to edit these. So you can see there's CSS grid, Flexbox, and grid view. There is no responsive formatting in any of these now. And so for this one, you would have to add CSS grid to it. So to help you guys with this, because I know that we've had Christmas, it's hard to remember all this stuff. There's videos that walk you through how to do it. Okay, so you've got those starter pages and then the videos will walk you through how to do the code. And once you're done, transfer to the web, come in here and submit done. Okay, and the maximum number of extra credit points is 15. You can get 5 for each one of these exercises. Okay, so that is your extra credit opportunity. For those of you that are into PowerPoint presentations, there are PowerPoints that go with each chapter in your book, and those are included here under course resources. So if you run into problems or if you have any questions at all, let me know. But a lot of the assignments, at least for this week, are review of what we did in the 180 class.